for Success with Cess. Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another edition of Success with Cess, brought to you by the Guerra Group, where we help you make your real estate dreams come true. And today's guest is Michael Hammel with the Guiding Light Home Inspection Group. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Pleasure, sir.
It's good to have you back. You were one of the first guests that I had on the show, and you know, the home inspection is such an important part of the home buying process. I thought it was really important to have you back and to share some more ideas about home inspections and the entire process, not only for the seller but for the buyer. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into the inspection business.
My background is as an electrician and doing home building. I've been an electrician, master electrician for over 30 years. I was a custom builder for about 4 years. And in 2011, got laid off doing industrial work and decided I was done with that career. Mm-hmm. Got into doing home inspections, and I've never looked back.
Well, I think right now with the Houston real estate market, it's very hot in lots of different areas. How is your business going in terms of staying busy on a day-to-day basis, weekends, holidays, what have you?
For the most part, we've been extremely busy. I mean, we can go into a week with absolutely nothing, and by the end of Monday, we're completely booked for the entire week and booking into the following week. Yeah,
it is crazy. And from the real estate perspective, the realtor perspective, as I'm advising my clients, I say, you know, we're about to make an offer. One of the first things you need to prepare for is the inspection. So vet your inspectors and see who is available, the quality inspector and the schedule that you want. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think that's a phenomenal thing to do, because that way they're ahead of the game. So they either have an inspector picked or they're real close to having an inspector picked as soon as they sign their contract. Because I've heard from a lot of people, a lot of realtors, a lot of buyers, that in order to get the contract, they're having to cut their option period down.
Right. Yeah, and that imposes another squeeze of pressure and emotional angst on the part of the clients too, because for those of you that don't know, the inspection or the option period can go anywhere from 7 days to 10 days or 14 days, depending on the size of the house, depending on if there's weekends or holidays involved. Mm-hmm. But in a multiple offer situation, what the buyer is kind of pressed to do is to shorten that option period. So they've got to get that inspection done, the report in to review it, and make decisions on how to move forward.
Now, I've had realtors call me as early as a couple of weeks ago with 3-day option periods.
Oh, yeah,
which really puts us under the gun.
Yeah,
However, the great thing about my company is when we're done with the inspection, we deliver the report as soon as we're done.
Yeah, that is key. Listen to that, guys. You know, we're here to try to help you make your real estate dreams come true. And if the inspector can get that inspection report to you same day, it's going to help you begin the decision-making process on how to move forward. And so, you know, there's lots of different thought processes going on as far as inspection. The inspections are an emotional time. Mm-hmm. Sellers are required to do the seller's disclosure. Walk us through a little bit of that process from the seller's side and the seller's disclosure. Do you ever review the seller's disclosure, or do you ever come across instances where there's a glaring error?
I do note glaring errors occasionally, especially when the seller's been in the home for 20, 30, 40 years and they know absolutely nothing about the house. I find that extremely funny. However, I do not look at the seller's disclosure until after I'm done with the report, because I don't want it to influence anything I do with the report whatsoever.
Yes, to give you any preconceived notions of the house.
Exactly. This market is quite a bit different. One thing we do highly recommend also for the sellers is, before they even list the home, is having a pre-listing home inspection done. That way they can have the most well-written seller's disclosure
Yeah.
they possibly can.
Yes. Yes. Well written, thorough, honest, up to the minute. I've done it personally from a seller's standpoint, and I thought it really helped me to sell the house, was to have that inspection done in advance so that I knew if there was wood rot that I couldn't necessarily see somewhere, or if there was an electrical outage in an outlet or something.
Really, for me and for realtors, it gives their seller the opportunity to come in and say, okay, well, my inspector pointed A, B, and C out, and so we're going to go ahead and fix those items. And now that gives them the opportunity to set their price at maybe the higher end of the comp range instead of the middle or lower end of the comp range, because they don't
Yes.
have to worry about the buyer's inspector coming in and beating them to death.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. And so, from the buyer's perspective, understanding that Texas is an as-is state, which must be said, must be emphasized as is. The buyers come in with this preconceived notion, perhaps, that the inspection is maybe like a wish list of, okay, let's get all of this stuff done. How do you communicate with your clients, the consumers that come in and maybe kind of interview you about that particular aspect?
So a few things. Number one is we highly encourage our clients to be at the inspection and walk the inspection with us. That way they can see everything we see as we see it.
Right.
I can explain those things to them. However, we do understand COVID and know a lot of people aren't going to show up. We completely understand that. So I've done Zoom meetings with clients. I had one a couple of weeks ago who was in Mexico City, and we did a Zoom meeting when I was done with the inspection. Went over the entire report with him. Other clients were on the phone talking with them. If any client has any questions about their report at any time during the home buying process, they can call us with any questions. Now, with that said, we recommend picking the three biggest issues on the list. We always recommend having the AC and heat cleaned and serviced prior to closing, because our inspections are visual inspections only. We can't dive deep.
Right.
So that way it's cleaned and tuned up on the low end. On the high end, the AC technician may find something more major going on that we may not be able to see.
Right. So for the sellers, the tip is to get the HVAC serviced before you list the house.
Correct.
Good.
Exactly.
That is good advice for you sellers out there. Listen to that. And so, Mike, lots of great tips here. Anything else in closing as we begin to wrap up the show?
Highly encourage everybody to do their due diligence when they're looking for an inspector, whether it's my company or any other company. Call them, ask questions, ask them what they offer, ask them how long it takes to deliver the report,
Right.
ask them if they'll have access to the inspector after the inspection's done and even after you've bought the home.
Right.
That's one of the things that we do also, is if any of our clients ever have a question with their home after they've purchased it and up until they sell it, they can call us with any questions. If we need to go out to look at something, we go out and look at it for them.
How long is an inspection good for?
Per trek, the inspection is only good for the day of the inspection, because things can change.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
That's
after
pipe burst.
pipe bursts.
Yeah.
Water heater could go out, an AC unit could go out.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. I've had people call me 2 days after the inspection and say, "Hey, my air conditioner's not working." Well, okay, so what do we have going on? Did it rain? Do we have a lightning storm?
Lightning strike. Yeah.
Did it potentially knock out a capacitor? There are any number of reasons that could have caused it to quit functioning.
Right.
And again, even for the sellers in that case, I'll go out and look at it for them. And if we've got to get on the phone with an AC company and get them out there to look at it, we're going to do it.
Excellent advice. We're here to help you make your real estate dreams come true. And Mike Hammel with the Guiding Light Inspection Group is here to help you make that dream come true as well. How do people get in touch with you?
You can go on our website at www.glinspectors.com, or you can call us at 866-504-4994.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Mike. And every guest on the show gets a song. So here we go, and we are going to sing your praises with Kiss. Shout it out loud. Once again, Mike Hammel with the Guiding Light Inspection Group. We are happy to have you, and y'all have a great day.